Hey guys, welcome back to another Harry Potter Wizards Unite video, and so we got some news today about, well, not today, but, well, I'm recording it on the day I got the news, but yeah, we got some news recently about both the Community Day and Brilliant events, so let's go ahead and go over them. So let's first go over the Community Day news. So we're getting a Community Day on September the 21st. We really don't have too many info on it. It's just that we're getting one on September 21st. That's about it. That's all info we have about it. We don't have any info on what it's going to be focused on and that, and we just have a date. So mark your calendars for that, I guess. Whatever it's going to be, hopefully it's going to be good. I really did like the last one with the extra challenge. Actually, that one was great. Obviously, personally helped me a lot. It got me. It got me one stat increase in my profession tree, so that's great, right? I finished off the hardest to get stat on my skill tree. I think I finished off. Was it either Rolf's Commander or Two Creatures Greater Than One of these? It took like 30 something red books, so that was good. So hopefully this next Community Day won't disappoint as well. I'd love to have another one focused on challenge XP, but I'm sure a lot of other folks would like it to be focused on other stuff as well. It could be some specific family traits that they want. Want dragons again, which I'd highly doubt they do dragons again since we just had one. But anyways, that's our first news. Just Community Day news. Alright, so our second news is a bit of downers. So according to Brita, that she talked with Phases from WB, and they talked about a Brilliant event, and unfortunately we won't be having a Brilliant event this month in September, which is kind of sad, but there is a reason, between the fan festival and Day of the Dragons and all that stuff. It's a lot of work for them, which is understandable, but then again, it's still disappointing just because very likely it will be the case that we won't get 30 green books this month, which would be kind of sad. So anyways, let's go and talk about some of the implications of that. So for all three professions, obviously there's going to be implications for that. So let's talk about Magizoologists, which I think Magizoologists got affected the least by this one. So for Magizoologists, folks are either just going for vile creatures or Forum Quorum at the moment, which really aren't the most impactful skills. I mean, passives, 50% or more greater stamina, you get 6% defense, and then for vile creatures, obviously it's 25 power versus Earthling, which is a lot. But then again, it usually isn't priority for folks. Some people will take vile creatures before a bird in hand, so maybe they still need to do a bird in hand. Maybe some folks still need to finish the Amplified Bravery Charm for some reason. I mean, I guess there would be an argument to delay focusing on Amplified Bravery Charm if you're just playing solo, I guess. But overall, Amplified Bravery Charm is a great skill to pick up as long as you play with like more than one person. It's one of the top skills in the game. So for Magizoologists, it really doesn't hurt too much. So it's either you're not picking up Forum Quorum or vile creatures or one of these if you haven't taken those yet, or spiders, which is a almost irrelevant skill if you play in groups with a professor. So yeah, Magizoologists, not too big of a difference over there. But for auras, you guys, oh, by the way, how do you guys pronounce this? I will say aura, but I always see folks in the comments down below talking about it, because here's the thing. I didn't watch the movies. I don't watch the movies too often. I haven't watched them. I think I've watched them 3 or 4 times, but I'm terrible with the pronunciations and I don't remember them. It's just because I'm not a huge fan of the movies, I'd have to say. I just like the books much better than the movies. Instead of, spending times watching the movies, and it's not the actors' fault. I like a lot of the actors, the director's fine, I guess. It's just, especially just a lot of scenes really just kind of bug me, like the Half-Blood Prince at the end with the Battle of Snape, which is almost totally omitted. And then, you know, the calmly asking if Harry put his name in the Goblet of Fire, like, ugh. Some scenes really do annoy me, so I don't really watch it so much. That's why my pronunciation of a lot of these are like super off. So let me know how I actually pronounce this. So yeah, but anyways, for you guys, the implications are a bit larger than the Magizoologists, because here's the thing. Due to the Dancing with the Dummies bug, and, well, I wouldn't say first strike bug, but, you know, just due to the Dancing with the Dummies bug that we've had long ago, I guess. Well, it wasn't too long ago. I think, what, 2 months ago? I can't remember when it got fixed, but it got fixed. But, you know, due to that bug, some folks actually didn't pick up Dancing with Dummies and First Strike. So for folks who didn't pick up Dancing with Dummies and First Strike, it would kind of suck, because they are obviously really strong skills. Dancing with the Dummies plus First Strike is an incredibly powerful combo. So if you guys didn't pick that up, and then we're now missing, well, not missing, well, we're 2 brilliant events short in comparison to the past few months, that's gonna sting. That's gonna sting. Or if it was the other way around, and if you guys got Dancing with the Dummies and First Strike long ago, just because folks didn't know it was bugged back then, and you didn't really pick up the confusion hexes, that would also suck a lot. Well, maybe you probably, I mean, most folks probably have picked up a few ones, but haven't like completely completed it, which I think isn't the biggest deal. Like, it's still what, a 20% less chance on dodges, which I guess, now that I think about it, it's not the biggest deal. But still, it sucks, obviously. And for those who just went for that, already maxed out Confusion Hex and Dancing with Dummies and First Strike, didn't pick up any of these, I guess you're just missing out on either these or Weakening Hex, which isn't the biggest deal in the world. Well, not this. First Strike is good, but either Among Us is just, it's a potato skill. Well, you know, it's not terrible, but it's not terrible if you're playing solo, but if you're playing with a group, especially with Magizoologists, it's not that important of a skill. But yeah, that's for Aurors. Moving on to Professors. Let's talk about Professors for a bit. Professors, they lost out on the most, honestly. Professors took the biggest L here. So just because the sheer amount of restricted section books professors need to finish their skill tree, and like it's not like it's, you know, there are some stats that you don't really need to go for. Like if you're a Magizoologist, like you don't need to go for a lot of these stamina nodes, you know, Protego and stuff. If you're playing in a group, for a Professor, most of these skills are really good. Confidence, you need that to grab initial focus. If you haven't already, like confidence should be like a priority of Professor. So most of you guys probably already have this. Most of you guys probably also have a Deterioration Hex max as well. Rest in peace, Deterioration Hex. And then some folks might have a few Protection Charms down, and either Protection Charm or Proficiency Charm. It really depends. If you play solo, obviously you probably should have a higher percentage on your Protection Charm, and if you're playing in group, you probably have a higher percentage on your Proficiency Charm. But, you know, the loss of this brilliant event will mean that you either won't max out Proficiency Charm or won't max out your Shield Charm, your Protection Charm, right? So those are some things that you're going to lose. Some other things that you could potentially lose out on. Let's see. Strength and numbers. This is when you have 1 or greater enhancements, which is really easy to obtain. That's a 5 power, just gone, basically. And if you already took greater in numbers, I've heard some folks have already taken that, that you're also missing out. You're potentially missing out on teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's a pretty funny name. But yeah, this one is plus 12 power, which is massive for only 2 or greater enhancements, which is, that's a pretty decent number over there for professors, right? So yeah, professors honestly would be losing out on the most, because like, sure, in terms of the raw numbers, or you guys, your Aurors probably lost out on, you know, they're missing out on the most. But just one more month and then they'll just have everything together, right? But for professors, there's just so many nodes you guys have to unlock. It's just gonna take forever. Like, missing out on 30 books kind of hurts. So hopefully it's just that they're canceling the Brilliant event and not canceling 30 restriction section books this month. I don't know, because I really do wish there would be some other method for them to give out 30 restricted section books. Hopefully it could be a reward on Community Day. Maybe it's not going to be 30 restricted section books, but maybe 15 at least. You know, throw us a bone. Come on. As for myself, what do I... Because I went to the Brilliant event. Because Brilliant event folks got 30 restricted section books, right? So... As for myself, I think with 15 more books, I could just finish out everything that I need green books with. Even the terrible Mending Charm Maxima, which I don't even know. Like, I'm probably not going to use books on that one. It's just so bad. Honestly, I'm probably not going to use any books on Stamina Charm Maximum as well for myself. I'll use it on Improved Revive Charm though. This one, that's good to have. An extra 10%, even though it's not the biggest deal in the world, you know, it's still an extra 10% for revivals, right? So yeah, that's me for this one. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments down below if you guys are disappointed, like some other folks, with potentially not having any green books this month. Again, it's super understandable. They were really busy this month. They got the Day of the Dragons, they're having a Community Day, they had the Fan Fest stuff. You know, there's just so much a team can do, right? So again, it's understandable, but also disappointing. Two things can be true at the same time. So again, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Like and enjoy this video, subscribe to the channel for some more Wizard Night content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.